everybody, it's Maggie, and today I finally have a ThredUp update. Back in the first video that I actually ever filmed, fun fact, I was comparing the difference between donating your clothes to ThredUp and donating your clothes to Goodwill. So finally, after, I don't know, about a month, I have my results back from ThredUp. Now, just to give you some background in case you haven't seen that video, I'm not going to give you all the juicy details because I think that you should check it out because it goes way more in depth than I'm about to go to give you a little more information about ThredUp. But pretty much what it is an online consignment retailer that accepts clothes from people and then resells them. So what you do is you go through your clothes and you pick out all the things that you want to get rid of. I would really focus on those seasonal items because you want clothes that are going to sell quickly based on how this program works. So you go through your closet, you gather all of your things, and you go online and you order from the ThredUp website a clean out bag. And this bag is sent directly to your door. You fill up your items and then you go drop it off at your local FedEx, or you can even schedule an at-home pickup, which is really cool. So once your bag gets delivered to ThredUp, then they let you know, by the way, we received your bag, woohoo, and your bag is actually has to wait in line for processing. I'm sure that the time it takes to process bags varies depending on the season and when they usually get an influx of items, but for me, I sent mine off at the end of March and I ended up getting an email with my results at the end of April. So it took about a month. They said that they had received a huge influx of bags at that point, so I'm assuming it was just a really busy time. So I guess spring cleaning, everyone's in the kick. So this email contains a lot of valuable information, and it also contains a lot of confusing information. So my video here is to hopefully help you make heads or tails of what your email is telling you. All right, so let's start by walking through the email. I finally got one back on August the 26th, 2 days before the estimated projection that they told me it would be processed, so that was exciting. And in it I saw, much to my chagrin, that the payout was $7.35, and I was super bummed because I was I sent off 25 items to this store and I only got $7.35 back. Well, you have to keep reading. Do not be alarmed by the dollar value that first pops up. So what you'll see is your clean out bag number, the number of items that were accepted up front, the number of items that were accepted on consignment, your payout dollar value, and then you have a consignment payout. You don't have a dollar value. Know that I said that. It actually says consignment payout TBD. So I got curious when I saw that my payout was $7 and I have another payout that was TBD. Well, as for the consignment payout, we got to dig a little deeper. So that's not given to you up front because of the nature of consignment items. So I had no idea that they actually divided your payout into these two different categories. But on the one hand, upfront items are paid out to you immediately because that means these items are easy to sell. They know they're going to sell quickly. So they go ahead and they give you the money for them. Whereas on the other end of the spectrum, you have consignment items. And these are items that they tell you, these will take a little bit longer to send. So instead of paying you out up front, we're actually gonna pay you once those items sell. The payout that's issued immediately, that's for your upfront items, and that's available for you to use on the ThredUp website, I think within 14 days of receiving your email, or you can actually get that issued to you via PayPal or Visa gift card. So typical items that would land in that consignment category would be
anything from something that maybe had a super high price tag originally, a really well-known brand name, or something that is not necessarily in season.
Let's go a little bit deeper into the consignment items. In order to do that, all you have to do is click the link that they provide in your email, and it's gonna take you to your home page on the ThredUp website. And here you're actually gonna get a breakout of all of the clothes that they accepted with their pictures so that you can actually see which ones they took. And then the rest, you know that they recycle those responsibly. Now that is, of course, if you chose that option. You're gonna have to watch my other video for me to explain what they do otherwise. As for the upfront payout, I believe I had 10 items that were accepted here. So I got paid $7.35 for 10 items. And in fact, I'm looking at my little breakout and 2 of them have already sold, so that's pretty exciting. So then my other category is the consignment payout. And I see here that I have 4 items. And sure enough, these are items that were assigned a higher price, so they're gonna take a little bit longer to sell. One is a more brand name that maybe was listed at a higher price tag. So they have it online here at $23.99. I would think that that shirt is really not worth that much, but don't worry, if you have the same thought as me, you can actually go in and adjust your price. To give you a little bit of detail into how they determine your payout, whether it be for upfront items or consignment items, it's all based on the original value of your garment. So what they do is they assign that a market value, and then you're assigned a percentage payout based on that price. But that's how the dollar values are determined, and those are pretty non-negotiable. That's just something that you have to accept when you choose to donate through ThredUp. So if you agree with those prices, continue on. If you don't agree with them, then maybe this service is not for you. However, for the consignment items, these are items that of course are contingent upon sale. So these you haven't been paid for yet, so obviously there's some wiggle rooms. In this I had to
Dig and dig and dig and dig and dig.
To actually get the right information. You have to click through like 5 links to get this, so hopefully this will help you out. You'll see your consignment payout, and you'll see the items, the payout percentage, the current listing price, and the days remaining. You actually have 84 days for consignment items to be sold. Once they're outside of that 84-day range, you actually get 14 days to go in and say, you know what, I want these items back. They didn't sell. They're obviously worth a lot. So why don't you just go ahead and send those back to me? Or you can say, you know what, I already went through the trouble of cleaning out my closet once. I got rid of them. ThredUp, you keep them, you own them. Once ThredUp owns them, I believe from the website, you will not get a payout for them. It would be just like donating your clothes to any other sort of donation site. However, if it sells within that 84-day window, you're gonna get the estimated payout that's listed on your account, which is awesome. So another notable thing with consignment items is that you can actually adjust the list price of these items, because obviously the goal is for them to sell these items. Like, that's what you want to happen, because that's how you're gonna get the money. So for instance, I have one item that's listed on their site at $60.99. That's a lot of money. I had no idea the dress was worth that much. I actually got it as a hand-me-down. It didn't fit. I didn't want to pay to get it altered, so I just sent it off. And turns out it was worth a lot more than I thought. But if you realize that, actually, fun fact, you do get 10 days once they initially send it to you. No, 7? I'll put it there. You get a certain time frame to actually claim that item back once you see their list price for it. So that's cool too. Again, with consignment items, if you're gonna play the system, then you want your items to sell, right? Well, you can adjust the price. However, because you're paid on that percentage system based on the chart, they have a rule that says it doesn't matter if you increase the price, it's not gonna change the percentage bucket that it's in. So if they assessed it as being worth $60, but you truly think it's worth $100, and that sort of pushes you into that upper percentage payout bucket, they're like, sorry, that's not our assessment, so we can't agree. But you will still get the percentage of that higher value. So if you think that the garment is worth $100 and you were part of that like 45% not tax bracket. I'll do a little math on the screen for you right here to give you an idea while I sort of explain it. Let's say they've assessed it at $60, that puts you in the 45% payout bracket. If you up that price to 100, you're not gonna increase into the next bucket, but your payout is gonna get proportionately larger, right? But just know for those consignment items, if you see the days ticking down, if you're really burning through that 84-day window, it might be in your best interest to go ahead and knock the price down a little bit, and maybe you'll get a smaller payout, but at least you'll get a payout, and ThredUp won't own it to where you get no payout. So that's why they give you this estimated payout range when it comes to your consignment items. All in all, clearly I think that ThredUp is worth it. I think a lot of money can be made from this. Because you can actually cash in your money for ThredUp credit, I wanted to let you know that on your very first ThredUp purchase, you actually get 40% off of the whole thing. And they have a code listed on their website that I'll also display for you here. I think it's Thrifty40 at checkout. And this is, again, for every new customer. So I know that I myself have actually never bought anything on ThredUp. I was just so drawn to their donation structure that I thought, what the heck, let's do it. Ultimately, your goal when you donate to ThredUp is that you want to recoup the cost of the bag. And so I chose the $9.99 option. So $9.99 is going to be deducted from my payout regardless. So in order to make ThredUp worth it and make the process worth it, you have to make sure that you're submitting items that are going to get you more than $10, period, the end, amen. And you can use ThredUp's really handy dandy payout calculator to get you a close estimate. Send tons and tons of items at a time. This is not the place to go and send off 2 shirts. which is very unlike Goodwill, because if you say, you know, I have this one tiny box of items, but I need to get this out of my house, I'm moving, I just don't want it sitting around, you can go drop off those 3 items at Goodwill, no problem. But again, no monetary reward for it. So hopefully this video was helpful. Again, I earned a whopping, well, I earned $7.35 at the time I'm filming this video, but I have the potential to earn $38.85. But if you want another ThredUp update, if you want to see how it worked, or if I end up changing prices and maybe see that that really helps sell the items, I'll be happy to do another update video. Just leave it in the comments below. Like this video if it was helpful, and leave any questions that you may have in the comments, and I can do my best to research them and answer them for you. So please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.